Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Well, I'm back here at Ciocca Ford Lincoln because I wanted to do the same thing I did today that I did yesterday. Yesterday I said, give me the cheapest MSRP 26 Maverick you got in stock. Today I went in and said, hey, I'm now a guy looking for a Lincoln, but I want to get into the Lincoln brand at the lowest possible price. What's the cheapest 26 Lincoln in terms of MSRP you got for me? And they gave me this 26 Lincoln Corsair Premier 1 Infinite Black Lincoln Soft Touch interior, which is vinyl, 18-inch silver wheels. And you can let me know if you're in the market for a premium branded. This is, I'm going to call it a compact, large subcompact, compact SUV with all-wheel drive. Is this Corsair priced in the ballpark for you? So let's dig in. The front end of this Corsair Premier in the Infinite Black, full spread of LED lighting across the front with that large silver Lincoln grille in the middle with the Lincoln badge, flat black down low on the grille, functionality in the grille top and bottom with decorative side air curtains. Now as we come over to the wheel and tire package, it is an 18-inch silver aluminum alloy wheel, Lincoln badge on the center cap. Wheels are wrapped in Michelin Primacy, all-season tires, 225 on the width of 60 series sidewall 18s, all four corners, all-wheel drive. Moving on out, there is the Infinite Black, flat black around the wheel wells and the door sills with some chrome trim around the windows. Moving in closer, we have the Corsair call-out on the front door, as well as black side view mirror caps, no LED turn signals, black on the front and rear door handle. Up top we go, black roof, flat black on the shark fin antenna, gloss black on the roof rails, no sunroof. Over the back we go. The roof spoiler coming off the top, the wiper down below on the glass, a full spread of LED lighting in the back with Lincoln spelled out in the middle of the tailgate. Then we drop down lower for some silver trim in and around your chrome dual exhaust finishers. We got the hood open on this Corsair Premier 1. We do have hydraulic hood struts holding it up. As we move in under the hood, we have Lincoln's 2-liter turbocharged inline 4-cylinder engine, mated to an 8-speed automatic transmission, 250 horsepower, 275 pound-feet of torque, MPGs, 21 in the city, 28 on the highway, and 24 combined. We're at the back left quarter panel of this Corsair Premier 1 at the fuel filler door. This vehicle's got a 16.9 gallon gas tank. Lincoln is using capless fuel technology in the Corsair. The engine's minimum octane rating is 87, so you can run this on regular unleaded gas. All right, before we get into the interior, you're going to want to know, Mike, how much? Well, here we go. Base price, 26 Corsair all-wheel drive Premier 1 is $42,285. This vehicle's got one option, which is the mini spare tire for an additional $250. Once we add that in, at a destination and delivery charge of $1,495 from Lincoln's Louisville, Kentucky assembly plant, we have a total vehicle MSRP from the factory of $44,030. Right now, Lincoln has $4,000 off on this particular 26 Corsair Premier 1, which means at the time of the recording of this video, the sale price is currently $40,030. So let's check out the interior. All right, folks, so what do you get for 40 grand sale price on a Corsair Premier 1? Well, here we go. Driver door panel, we started off, all black action, soft touch across the top, soft touch down below, vinyl in black, light gray stitching. We do have soft armrest. We do have power seats with 3 memory seat settings and power lumbar, flat black on the switch gear. It's kind of a small door pocket. We do have the Lincoln door sill plate in aluminum to welcome you to the vehicle. Large dead pedal brake and accelerator, power seat for the driver and the front passenger with lumbar for both. Then the Lincoln soft touch interior. This is a vinyl where we're going to have black and gray stitching. Bolstering feels pretty firm, and the headrest feels pretty soft. The one thing I forgot to show you on the door panel like a big dummy is the fact that it's got power fold side view mirrors. I just assumed since it was a Premier 1, it didn't have it. But there's the button right there. You just hit that. Mirrors come in, hit it again, mirrors go back out. So this is what happens when you assume, right? If you don't know that joke, watch an old Benny Hill episode. He tells that joke better than me. Front passenger door panel, same action as the driver, except you don't get memory seat settings. Up on top, soft touch, silver trim, the vinyl with the light gray, brushed aluminum into the heat and air vent. Down further, we have a large glove box. It is a locking glove box. Infotainment screen, 13.2-inch Sync 4, wireless CarPlay, Android Auto, built-in nav, nice and responsive right there. Dual panel action, as you can see. The Lincoln badge is the home button, so you can go right back to home. You can bring up your radio. Right here we have Sirius XM on. You got our sources, HD, AM, FM, Sirius XM, Bluetooth music. We can go back out. We can go back to home. We can also add our phone. Down here, we can go to our apps. There's your CarPlay, Android Auto. Back to home. Then we have our features, right? Driver assistance, online owner's manual, record feedback right there. And then we also have our settings where we can get our 911 assist and our valet mode. We swipe it across. We got our Wi-Fi hotspot, driver seat, passenger seat. We can go ahead and set up your lumbar right there, right in here, or you can do it on the door, whatever you want to do. Over-the-air updates, speaker adjustments, clock, all that. Vehicle settings, rear occupant alert, easy entry exit, which means since you have memory seats, when you turn the car off and go to get out, open the door, the driver's seat will move all the way back to let you out of the vehicle easier, and I do like that. Then we can come back in here. You got your general settings right here, where again, you can go in, do your Fahrenheit, Celsius, MPGs, kilometers per hour, tire pressure, what language you want this thing to display. All that's going to be in here, but a very simple system. We go to reverse, and we do have a large backup camera. It's nice and clear with trajectory. There's your rear automatic braking on or off. We can zoom in, or we can zoom out, or we can get a wider look. So they got you set as far as that goes. We go back to park. We move on down here where you got your dual climate along the bottom with 3-stage heated seats for the driver and the front passenger. And then we move on down where we have 2 heat and air vents. Here's our push button start. There's the push buttons to go through the 8-speed automatic. Volume, parking assist, cameras, 4-way hazards, engine auto stop start on or off, traction control off, max defrost, Lincoln badge right there. Down further, we do have a area down here that's felt lined with a 12-volt USB-A and a C. And if you don't want that open, that'll just slide closed for you. Flat black gives you a cleaner look, or you can keep it open. Down further, there's your drive modes. We'll check those out when we go through the dash. We also have our electric brake, a little area for change. Then we have 2 cup holders and our Lincoln key fob right in here. Here it is. Unlock, lock, remote start, pop to tailgate, panic button. We have our Lincoln badge on the back. And then we do have a soft armrest with the stitching. We can open it up. And we have a small coin tray, felt lined, and then a larger area underneath, felt lined for storage. Steering wheel is a Lincoln soft touch or vinyl leatherette steering wheel with your voice commands right on your 10 o'clock notch, but it does feel good. We have the Lincoln badge on the horn button, round bottom wheel. I have plenty of room at 5'11" to get in and out of this car, but we're not going to have a heated steering wheel on this for pretty much basic and stripped Premier 1 trim, the way this vehicle sits right now. We do have gloss black around the switchgear. On the left, volume. That's your cruise control on and off. And when you turn this button on, these lower buttons for your cruise control will light up. If you hit the button, they'll turn off, or you can turn them on. Your pleasure. On the right side, you have your volume. You have your telephone commands, music, as well as the controls for the digital dash. Paddles on the back of the wheel. Go up and down this 8-speed automatic manually if you would like. On the left, turn signals, high beams. On the right, front and rear wipers. Over here on the left, pop the tailgate. Adjust your headlights, brighten dim the dash. And this is a manual tilting and telescoping wheel. And then we have our digital instrument cluster right here. We'll check out our drive modes. We have normal. We have excite or sport. We have conserve or eco. Then I have to go back the other way on the dial and we will get to slippery or snow mode, I would call it. But I think we're going to go with normal today. Maybe we'll try out sport. And then you can go to a comm screen and you can get additional information you may want to see when you're going down the road. Pretty simple. Overhead console, spot for your shades right there. You want your LED dome lighting to come on off when you open and close the door. This button right here, you leave it off. So when you open the door, lighting comes on, you get your chimes, close the door, lighting will dim out. No power roof to show you. So we're going to move right on over to our framed rear view mirror with auto dim. And then our sun visor with vanity and LED lighting. Does it slide? Yes, it does. Getting into the back seat of this Corsair, but first the rear door panel. We got the same vibe as the front, except you don't have your power seat controls here. So you got a big gloss black panel, but everything else is going to remain the same as the front. Now I have the seat set for my driving position. We have a fairly flat roof, so let's get on in. I have no problem getting in, but I am going to have to duck. So probably over 5'9", you're probably going to have to duck. Once I'm in, though, I got about 4 inches of headroom, plenty of room for my shoulders and my knees. But here we go. All black plastic on the back with cargo nets on the back of each seat. Now, I know this is a stripped down Premier One, but I'm in a Lincoln. I should not have cargo nets in any vehicle. There should be a standard map pocket in the back. As we look at the back of the rear center console, we have 2 heat and air vents, and then way down low, there we go, we have 2 C connectors for the rear seat passengers. And then our back seats is the same Lincoln Soft Touch material, the vinyl, in black. Pretty plain Jane, but it's got a clean look. And then the seats are soft. Take the armrest down. Fairly firm. 2 cup holders. But overall, it doesn't feel bad back here. It's not bad in the back of this Corsair. Getting into the cargo area of this Premier One Corsair, it's a power lift gate. You can pop from the key fob, you can pop from the dash, or you come to the back and right underneath the L in Lincoln, there's a button. You hit it, doesn't even beep. Right up, nice electric assist on the way up, nice electric assist on the way down using this button. Now with the rear seats up, 27.6 cubic feet of cargo space in this Premier One. We do have the carpeted floor mats right there. Underneath the floor here, we do have that spare tire we're paying extra for. Some cubbies on either side. We have a 12-volt right here, as well as LED lighting in the back. Now, if you want to get the rear seats down, you got to go around each door or reach through. I'm going to go around each door. Actually, you're going to have to go around each door because here's the lever right over here. Take that back. Strike that last comment. Then we can let the seat down. And then we move on over to the right door. You'll let the seat down. They don't fold totally flat, but there's no pesky tonneau cover to worry about. So with the rear seats down, 57.6 cubic feet of cargo space in the back of this Corsair. Now, payload capacity, if you want to know that, well, you go around to the driver door jamb, to the sticker where you have your cold tire pressures, and that's going to say the combined weight of occupants and cargo should never exceed 810 pounds. So there you have it. This Corsair, people plus cargo, no more than 810 pounds. Before we get to the window sticker, here's our parts content, 50% US and Canada, 30% Mexico, final assembly Kentucky, engine transmission, both made in the United States. Now for the window sticker, we zoom on in, try to keep that focus for you with the water here today. 26. You can see that 26 Corsair Premier One all-wheel drive, infinite black. Here is the standard equipment, left to right. And then the options. The only additional option, that 17-inch mini spare. Pricing, MSRP 44,030. After that, $4,000 off from Lincoln. Current sale price $40,030. Made in Kentucky. There is our fuel economy estimates. Government safety ratings. Take her out for a spin. All right, 26 Corsair Premier 1 base action over the bridge. Nice and smooth. Got the big sidewall soaking up the bumps. Nice soft Lincoln ride. That's what they're known for, that soft floaty boaty ride on this baby. And this is the same Lincoln ride you would expect another Lincoln to have. It's soft, but it is compliant. The steering light, but fairly direct. You have the leatherette or vinyl Lincoln soft touch interior. The seats are soft. They do feel good. Not as good as the higher level seats. So this is a pretty basic seat. I have a bit of a lack of support on this seat in my lumbar area. So if I were on a longer drive, I'd probably need to adjust that a little bit. I do have the adjustable lumbar on the door, which will help that. Brakes are beautiful. And you got the 2-liter turbo, so right, plenty of power, 250, 275, gets the vehicle down the road. It's quieter. Now this is made on the Escape platform. Everybody knows that, and everybody knows the Escape and the Corsair are going away after this year. Production has ended in Kentucky. All of them have been built. They're building no more of them. So the entry level into the Ford brand and the Lincoln brand is going to be gone after 2026. So you can get this for 40 grand on sale right now. This will be the last time you can buy a Lincoln for that kind of money, brand new, current model year, with this Corsair going away, because now, if I remember right, the Nautilus becomes the entry level into the Lincoln brand, and that's 59, 60 and more. So you're going up significantly in price with this Corsair leaving the lineup without anything to replace it. Horrible move by Ford on both the Escape and the Corsair. Just horrible. But I got all the safety features in here. I got the LED headlights and tail lights. I got nice big side view mirrors, blind spot monitoring, cross traffic alert, lane keep assist, pre-collision, all that in here. I got an 18.5-foot turning radius, so not bad. Whips right around. We'll take it over to Sport. There we go. I'll hold in the paddle and we'll shift. Well, here we go. There is a big delay on the paddle. When you hit it, it takes a while for that to engage. So you know what? I would just keep it in regular D. See that? I hit the paddle and it just delayed way too much. So I just run it in regular drive and let the 8-speed go for itself, because the paddles aren't cutting it in this Corsair. Same thing, I found the same thing in the Escape when we did that. But you let me know if you're in the market, you're looking to get in a Lincoln or a premium brand, you want to get in as low as possible. Is the 40 grand sale price on this Corsair enough to attract you? What do you think about it? Likes, dislikes? Put it in the comments and let me know. But I do want to thank Ciocca Ford Lincoln here in Lawrenceville, New Jersey, for allowing the channel access to this brand new 2026 Lincoln Corsair Premier 1 with all-wheel drive for review today. I'd like to thank all of you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a like. Also, please drop a comment, give it some hype points. I'd appreciate it, to help it with the YouTube algorithm. And as always, please also consider subscribing and turning on that notification bell so you never miss another Shabby's Rides video. And I'll see all of you on the rebound. Take care, everyone.